Trainwrecks joins the viewbotting conversation, especially targeting the ones who average 5K plus 50 viewers. Polls and chat speed are more often than not a good way to determine botting. Two existing ways to catch a botter: back-end analytics and sponsors if they have back-end. Yeah, that's like impossible. Like it's more circumstantial and more like if it looks and sounds like a rat, it probably is a rat type fucking beat, you know? Like only saying, oh, it sounds like a rat isn't enough to say it's a rat, you know?
What viewbotting does. All right, let's for a moment put the discoverability aspect aside, because that is not the biggest issue. Okay, the biggest issue right now is the back end of what agencies see. You would have to own an agency or be close to multiple agencies to understand the damage viewbotting is causing.
Yeah, I mean, chat, guys, listen. I know he's gonna say chat, guys. Listen, I know you guys don't give a fuck about this, and you shouldn't give a fuck because it's this is the back end shit. Nobody gives a fuck about streaming like that. Okay, but eventually you're a company, chat, okay, and you're trying to get downloads for Raid Shadow Legends, okay, and then you get a whole agency. There's a bunch of streamers, okay? Yo, these guys are worth that much money, whatever, and this is the industry standard. And then they go like, yo, guys, streamers, we're gonna pay you guys whatever, right? But you need to tell them to download the app every once in a while, whatever, right? And this guy pulls fucking 100K viewers or 50K viewers, right? Oh, guys, download this app. It's really good. After 2 hours, they get 7 downloads, okay? They're gonna be like, okay, hold on. We paid $100,000 and we got 7 new downloads. Surely it's just one guy. Other guy, 3 downloads. Other guys, 12 downloads. Other guys, 4 downloads. And they're like, yo, bro, we paid this agency fucking like a campaign for fucking $400,000 and we got 37 downloads. Like, this is shit business. I think streaming just sucks to advertise apps or products like that, and they exit the scene and then they never come back again. They're like, streaming sucks. We don't like it. It's bad overall for money. It's bad for returns, so we're not gonna do it anymore. When there's a bunch of other guys that have good analytics, but they're scarred from entering the field because of bad actors. That's what viewbotting does to back end shit.
What they've done is they've driven out multi-hundred million and multi-billion-dollar industries out of our industry, okay? And that's the biggest issue. So a lot of streamers don't even understand the opportunities they have lost because of viewbotters being selfish and taking sponsorships and getting paid for the size they're pretending to be versus the size that they are. So the reason I bring this up is...
Chat, some of the biggest, the heavy hitter sponsors, chat, for streamers that are like smaller, like 1,000 viewers, 500 viewers, I'm not getting chat, because I'm not going to say any names or brands. There's no point going through the brands. I know for a fact that at least 2 massive brands have stopped sponsoring, and they were sponsoring everybody. Like a very small to mediums, and they just fucking stopped doing it. Because a lot of big sponsors were just end up being really fucking bad.
An ad company or a company in general who's looking for advertisement in the streaming world
50 months, much love,
doesn't understand the concept of viewbotting as it pertains to streaming. They may understand the concept as it comes to other numbers relative to their industry regarding inflation and such, right, or whatnot. But regarding the streaming, they don't understand it. So when they come into the industry, let's say $1 billion industry comes in to Twitch and says, hey, these Twitch streamers, they're blowing up. There's a massive audience watching. Let's go ahead and pay them whatever they ask, whatever the conversion is for their, platform.
Bro, can't judge the chat being female streamers chat because their hands are doing other things than typing it. What the fuck?
Now, when they make that payment, they're paying for, let's say, 40,000 viewers, right? Which comes out over 10 hours, maybe a million uniques. Guess what happens when they pay someone who is actually a 5K viewer streamer for a 40K amount? They say, wait a second, we're not getting any return on this. Now, they're not blaming the streamer. They're not saying, wait a second, this must be the streamer manipulating views. They're blaming the industry. They're saying, you know what, maybe this industry isn't for us. Maybe the conversion rate between the users of Twitch aren't good for our company. So they fully pull out. They fully chalk and dump their marketing budget, and they're out of the industry.
Chat, you guys don't care about this, okay, chat? But, hey, here's a good example of this. Overwatch League. Big investors came into the scene saying, yo, esports is the bomb. They said esports is the thing that goes from fucking 1x to 300x. We must invest millions in esports. Let's go to Overwatch League because it's the most Blizzard, the most notable esports or company, the most successful game. Surely these guys are leading the biggest esport in the history of the world. Let's put $1 billion in Overwatch League. Okay, I'm in Overwatch League. It poofed out of nowhere. Billions of dollars lost to fucking thin air. Boom. GG's. Now what? Now these guys don't go back into fucking sponsoring it and backing it and investing into esports. Esports collapses. That's the problem. You understand? It's a problem.